Well, good day, knife folks. So I was watching a video this morning from Collecting with Stan, and he clued me into a tag I didn't know existed. It's an open tag by 865 Knives. Go check him out. He's the Don of the Muskrat Mafia. He's a pretty funny guy. But apparently, 865 Knives has an open tag, Monday Modern Madness. And when I get back into knives, I was like thrust into the world of the modern flippers and flickers, and it's like, wow, wow. It was a whole new world to me. Now, since then, I've migrated back to what I truly love, the traditionals, because that's what takes me back. So, but I did pick up quite a few of the modern knives in that period. So I got them all sitting around, and here's an open tag I can use to actually show a few of them off. So the one I thought we would look at today is by CRKT, and it's an older model. It's been around for probably better than 10 years, I think. But it's one that you can actually buy at Bass Pro here in Canada. Now, I did a video on the Sawbuster Junior that I picked up at Bass Pro, and I highlighted that things are picking up. They're getting some more stuff in, but at the time there wasn't a whole lot to go with. And so this was the second of the modern knives that I bought, and it is the CRKT Endorser. It's a nice looking knife. You can see CRKT on the clip. Now, advertising wise, this knife, they say, has a blade length of 3.18 inches, a plain edge. The steel is 8CR 14 MOV. The finish is Oxide. Blade thickness is 0.1 inches or 2.54 millimeters. The closed length is 4.17 inches or 105.92 millimeters. Open length is 7.31 inches or 185.67 millimeters. The weight is 3.2 ounces or 90.72 grams. The handle is G10, and it is an assisted folding knife with liner lock. And if you care, the US patent number is 7-9 or 7.918.028. So, and it comes in bubble wrap. So there, we've got all that out of the way. Now, you can buy this at Bass Pro in Canada. I suspect this would not be a legal carry in Canada because it is an assisted open. It has a spring assisted open. So, very attractive G10 scales. It's like a layered G10. You've got steel coated liners. A little bit of a swedging right here. It's comfortable in the hand. You have a tip down pocket clip, and I know a lot of people don't like that. One way or the other on it. Most of your modern knives have the tip up carry, so that's what I'm used to. But there are times when a tip down clip is actually more comfortable in the hand. So it does have its advantages. This is a right-sided clip only. In fact, this is very much not a left-handed knife. Not only does your pocket clip sit right-handed only, but your thumb stud, which is also the release for your assisted open, is on the right side only. So unless you've got some good dexterity, you're not going to open this with your left hand easily. But that is the one thing that makes this knife probably illegal to carry in many, many places. You push down on the thumb stud as you flick it, and then it is spring assisted release. You can see there, CRKT, you have a clip point blade with swedge across the top, a very long hollow grind, and you have a liner lock. As far as comfort in the hand, it's gonna depend for some people. It has the finger swells, so it's going to depend on how comfortably your hand sits in those finger swells. The liner lock is very easy access, but it also does kind of block out that first swell, so you're going to feel the liner lock as you grip it. The jimping here is very, very good traction. It's a very tight jimping, so you get some good purchase with your thumb, and it is concave, so it aligns with the convexness of your thumb. You've got T6 torque screws holding your scales on, T6 for your clip, and a T8 for your pivot. I have not taken this knife apart because with that spring assist in there, I have a hard enough time not dropping stuff. If I take this apart, I know that spring's going flying somewhere. I am not going to find it. The knife was designed by Lurch Design. It says on the package actually who it was designed by. And I had the name in my head, but like most things in my head, it went away. Designed by Matthew Lurch. So I don't know who Matthew Lurch is. I'm sure some of you in the knife community do, but this is his design. And down here we have 1105K. Don't know what that means, but that is a very slicey, aggressive looking blade, and it comes out of the package razor sharp with a very pokey tip. The grind is pretty darn even all the way across, and same on the other side. You've got a small finger choil here. I would not want to rest my finger in there because you're going to get stung by the edge of that blade. You do have a good amount of sharpening to work with because that blade stays quite flat through the sharpening choil. Like I said, there's very good access to the liner lock. When you get to here, that spring is going to kick in and you're going to feel that tension. So you actually have to give it a little push to close it. And once it's closed, it is not opening. So what most people would see as a speed assist to deploy the blade quickly is more predominantly a safety feature. There's no way that thing's opening without you pressing that button. So it's very unlikely to open in your pocket. And you can't just push the button to release it. It's a combination of push and flick. And it actually takes a little bit of getting used to. But when it goes, and it's not stopping. And as I said, it comes razor sharp out of the package. So that's about as sharp as you would want a knife to get. Just to check the specifications, you do have a closed length of about 4¼ inches. You have an overall length about a little better, almost 7⅓ inches. Your blade length is right about 3¼ So if you live in a place with a 3-inch blade restriction, this is not going to be legal unless they measure by the cutting surface, which is just shy of 3 inches. So you'll have to check your local laws on that. But I get a pretty good feeling that the blade length isn't going to be the issue. It's going to be the deployment. No. But Very, very slicey blade. That's an intimidating looking blade. So, and the deployment would be intimidating to some people. But as I said, very much a right-handed knife. If you're left-handed, I mean, you can get around the pocket clip, but the deployment is going to be an issue. You might have some really good finger dexterity and you can do it, but be careful because that blade comes out with an attitude. But overall, it's a nice knife. I wish I could legally carry it. I actually watched a video some time ago. A gentleman, this is his primary hunting knife, and he's like on his third one. Not because they were damaged or destroyed, he just keeps losing them. But he just keeps buying more and more of these, and this is what he uses for hunting and for dressing out game. But I wouldn't call it a fidgety knife because it's not drop shotty at all because of the spring. You actually do have to physically close it. So there's not much fidget factor, but it is fun to deploy it. But there we have it, the CRKT Endorser. And that will be my contribution this week for Monday Modern Madness. And of course, we can't get away without looking at the blade alignment, which is pretty close to straight down the center. Maybe a little touch to the side. But there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little look at the CRKT Endorser. If you did, please tap the like button. Please drop any comments, questions, concerns in the comments section below. And if you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing and maybe tap that little bell so you know the next time I drop a video. And go over, by all means, go over and check out 865's Knives. He's a funny guy. He does a lot of first person, just here's what's in my pocket, here's what's going on in my day. I was coaching baseball today, blah, blah. And right about there, my mic died. So, as I was saying, go check out 865 Knives. He's a funny guy. He just gets up, does first person. Here's what's going on with my day. Here's what I was doing. Here's a knife. I was coaching baseball. Kids are noisy next door. Here's a slip. Have a great day. And he is the Don of the Muskrat Mafia, so you got to show the Don his props. Anyway, if you like this video, please consider tapping the like button. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please drop those in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel and maybe tap that little bell so you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. And hey, folks, we're coming to the end of Monday. We're into it now. The weekend's coming, though. So you all take care.